Welcome to the channel, everybody. Episode 51. Episode 51 of our Diecast haul. Typically, I'll say this is going to be the most monstrous ever. This is supposed to be crazy ever. Volume-wise, this is not going to be the best haul. However, what it is going to cover is just about every single Diecast brand under the sun, which just happened to work out very well for us. Did pick up one single M2 that just dropped at Walmart. This is the newest kit. Guys know we are doing the Dodge trucks from M2. That is the only thing that we're collecting from M2. So did pick this guy up today. We will build him at some other time, or I'll probably just build him. Not really something I feel like particularly needs to be on the channel, but it's that guy. Picked up one basic Hot Wheels. This is just one from the E or F case, E case that I wanted, that I happened to not get before. The Mustang Funny Car for Hot Wheels Art Cars. This is letter V. There you go. Nothing fancy with it, just the drag car, but looks pretty cool with the kind of scribble and stuff on there. There's kind of like a hand-drawn kind of details on there. Looks pretty good. Gray base and gray wheels. We are definitely not going to fill this up, and it's not because I don't have enough cars. It's because most of the stuff I have is not going to fit in there. We're going to be a little bit all over the place. We're going to do some Greenlight now. This is Club V-Dub. This is Series 18. There are two from this particular series. I've only found one of the rabbits so far. There are two in this mix. So I'm just adding the one that I didn't have. Nothing fancy. Did find it at, of course, Hobby Lobby. Pretty straightforward. Club V-Dub's pretty predictable these days, you know. Greenlight probably needs to get some new castings and stuff like that for certain series that they do, because they're a little bit long in the tooth, so to speak. This one is done up in Holly. Looks pretty good. Got all your advertisements there on the side. This, of course, is the GTI version. The race version looks pretty good. Quality looks pretty good on this one. I like the color deco on it. A bit of a smudge on the top. We'll probably clean up, no big deal. This guy does have an opening hood. Relatively not common to get moving parts on Greenlights anymore, but I think it was. I think they felt like maybe it was necessary for this one because it's such a very small casting. There is the base deets. See if we got a number. We do. It is 1927. So they are still rocking the numbers. We'll throw that guy right up there, just like that. Another Greenlight. I finally got my Las Vegas convention models. There was only one. They just did one. It was the 87 Suburban. They also did the Raw, which was the Chase, the Greenie. But this one is alright. I don't think the deco's all that great, but it was for the Las Vegas convention, which Greenlight technically sponsored for the most part. That's why your Auto World Johnny Lightning M2 kind of presence there was less than the previous year, because Greenlight was kind of the so-called title sponsor, which was kind of ridiculous that they just... Actually, I take that back. They did a Fox Body Mustang as well, but I have no interest in that. But they did do a Fox Body Mustang. Nothing fancy on the back. Just this is Las Vegas Super Convention. So throw that guy out of there. Just happy to make sure I stay up with all the Suburbans. I do like this casting a lot. This deco is not very nice, but it is a metallic flake orange with a very interesting finish to it. It's a very interesting design there. You see there's still goop and stuff on there. Still Greenlight quality right there. But at least the windows are clear, which is pretty nice. Prints on the front look pretty good. Does have some yellow in the grille to match the yellow on the side. Of course, those nice Steelies with the Chevy hubcaps on there. No trailer hitch or nothing on this guy. Just says Las Vegas Convention in the back. Same deets, nothing fancy. They are numbered. This one is number 667, which is kind of weird because... Whoop, one of 576. But somehow we have 667. So Greenlight, you're absolutely full of it. Just saying. It actually fits in there. So yeah, Never believe those production numbers because 99% of the time they're wrong. All right, we're going to move on to another Las Vegas convention model, which I just dropped on the ground. But we're good now. Of course, they don't stand up worth of nothing. So this is the only model that M2 did, I believe. Or I'm sorry, Muscle Machines did, I believe. I don't think they did any other models for the 2024 one. They did several models last year, but this is the only one I think they did for this year. This is your OBS truck, your 93 454 SS. This casting has not even debuted at the Pigs just quite yet, but it is right around the corner. It will be in red. The first release will be in red, but it looks okay. It does have your Las Vegas convention there on the top. Of course, it is number 32. It is going to be number 32 in the normal line. They just used the same base piece for it. Card art looks pretty good. So in MD, so that is for something. I forget right now. If I remember what it is, I'll put it in text there on the screen, but I don't remember exactly what that was. But anyways, that is the convention truck. But I also was lucky enough to have my buddy give me another one that is signed. So this is signed by the designer of this particular model. Have no idea who that person is, but I think it's super cool. And since I'm collecting everything Muscle Machines related, new Muscle Machines, definitely had to have this one, so we're going to add that one. So set that guy to the side. They just don't want to stand up. You have to put them backwards because they don't stand. All right. Also got my RLC club car in the mail. The Volkswagen Cowabunga in green, which looks absolutely fantastic. Comes with the button, of course, and then your RLC patch there on the back for 2024. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. Not 100% sold on it being the club car, but I still think it's pretty nice. So we'll kind of set that guy to the side. He's going to get more than likely covered up. I did manage to get one Dollar General exclusive. This is the Dollar General exclusive Honda Super Club Custom in yellow. So I got this in a trade. Dollar Generals pretty much don't exist anywhere that I particularly live. So how the person got it, I don't know. I don't really care though. I'm just happy that it is here in my collection because I do collect this casting. Nothing fancy with it, just in yellow. It's really nothing particularly fancy from the rest of the Super Clubs that they've done. Of course, it does have the integrated kickstand, so it will stand there on its own, no problem. We'll just put that guy right there in the front. One Fast and Furious from the Women of Fast. I also got this in a trade. Haven't seen this case anywhere. I have no idea where this case is. That is the mix on the back. Really want that Cayman. Really want that Cayman. But for now, I guess we'll just take this. This is Suki's S2000. This is the, silver label premium. This one happens to have a plastic base, which is unfortunate, but it is fully decoed up. Looks pretty good. The premium they did for Suki's S2000 is kind of desirable right now, so it doesn't surprise me that Hot Wheels and Mattel said let's get a piece of that pie and just remake it. So that's what they've done for sure. Looks okay. Looks all right. It's not as good as the original premium, but that's okay. All right, I did not even know this model existed. I had no idea. This is the Porsche 917 from the Real Rider series. This is from back in the day. This is from 2005. So I just happened to be walking by a guy's tub at a toy show, and I just happened to be sitting on the top of the tub. And the only reason I saw it, wouldn't have gone through it or anything like that, but I don't have this 917. There's not too many versions of this casting, so I was pretty happy to find this one. I honestly had no idea that this casting existed, so I'm pretty happy about that. So get something new that I didn't know about and get to bring in for you guys. I hate these clamshells. These are the worst clamshells they ever did. They are just not very friendly. They don't stack very well either, so we'll pull our 917 out of there like we do with all the things. With a little piece of paper out of there. So this is basically in Gulf blue, so to speak, but no Gulf decals are on it. It does say Porsche on the side. not a huge fan of the wheels. It's a little bit too blingy for me. They use that wheel in the Bartels series too, with like Escalades and stuff like that. But model itself looks pretty good. I do like the light blue. Looks good. This is 23 on the side. Those white stripes on there, pretty iconic for the 917, but not exactly a replica. Details look pretty good in the back. No prints or nothing like that. This was a very limited type of premium for Hot Wheels back then. They weren't as involved as they are nowadays. So basically, you just got real riders for the most part. I got one Matchbox model. This is the Fire book pack. It does come with an exclusive ladder truck right there. So I did not have this particular ladder truck. There is a bunch of different ones. There is the Wash Me, the Dive, Rescue, Chopper, Safari, Crunch, and School. They all come with a exclusive. So let's see. All right, that one was a little bit more involved there to get that blister off, which is just ridiculous. But this is the book. It's it's meant for kids. It's just got some prints and stuff in there. It's got a little bit of a story or whatever. Frankly, I don't particularly care much about that. I just got it for the model. Just need the model, so throw that in the pile of junk. There is the ladder truck. Looks pretty good. Does have a Matchbox logo there on the front. Dark red, again, exclusive to this particular pack. Of course, it does have lots of moving features. This is back when, Matchbox stuff actually did stuff. It does have a 2-stage ladder. So that's pretty nice. You would never see anything even remotely close to this nowadays. Matter of fact, you wouldn't even see anything do that. Just the simple fact of just moving up would be highly unlikely. Just because, Mattel is so unbelievably cheap. It's just ridiculous. All right, another Matchbox item I got. Yes. Got the Unimog. This is the newest Mattel Creations model to drop. And this is the first time we're getting a new casting in a little bit. So we'll get this out of there. There is the little deets right there if you want to go through the deets. It is in green, which looks pretty good. There's a little bit of a forest in the background. This is the Unimog itself in kind of a burnt out forest kind of thing. It looks kind of cool actually. Yes, we will open this guy up. Let me get him open real quick. All right, getting this thing open is not exactly the most straightforward thing. These plexiglass covers are ridiculous. So this is the Unimog fire truck. Now, this is very interesting. This is one of the reasons why I like Matchbox collectors a lot more than RLC, is because RLC, they just make what is hot. They just make the hot things that they think are going to make them $1 million. Matchbox makes things that appeal to a collector market, and a relatively small collector market as well, which I just think is really cool. This is a brand new casting, 100% brand new casting. This is a very interesting casting. It has a lot of moving features on it. So there is a water turret on the top, which turns around 360. Also goes up and down, which is very interesting. The back of the model, there is the deets on the back. This has a opening little hatch part that goes up and then slides in. And there is print behind there. So very, very, very interesting to see that. Very, very cool to have that extra moving part on there. That is very, very cool. But there's even more moving parts because there is a little hatch here on the top. You do pop the hatch open. You'll see it inside there is a little bit of print because there is some tools in there. There's a pick, there's maybe a broom and then a shovel. And this just snaps closed. This is just clever use of plastic parts. The hinge is just part of the mold. So that actually goes through. This is all, separate parts and everything like that. That little door in the back as well is metal. That's a metal door in the back. Other than that, the prints look fantastic. Does have those nice off-road wheels on there. The base is very nicely printed up. Of course, it says fewer. That is, I think, fire truck in German, I think. But this is fantastic. This is a really, really good one. Really happy about this. I think that's one of the best Mattel creations they've done thus far. Definitely better than stuff like that McLaren, which was the last one, which is just not good. We really need to get some really unique and cool stuff, and this is definitely one of them. And of course, it just slides in there. There's what it looks like on display. I think the green color suits it well. Very, very nice one. So hopefully maybe someday down the road we see that in moving parts or in the collector line, which would be pretty nice as well. All right, going back to some Hot Wheels, I do have an original Real Riders here. This is the Dream Van XGW. I do have all of the modern flavors of this casting. This is the original one, though, with the opening side door. A buddy of mine happened to buy a little Real Rider collection, and this one happened to be extra. You already had the blue one, so we worked out a pretty favorable trade for the both of us, so that I could add this one to my collection. So I'm really happy about that. Really hard to get stuff like that, especially at a somewhat decent price. If you put a number on that, it was fair. It was fair. All right, very interesting. So we're not going to crack these, but I do want to point out that I did find the newest car culture, which is Exotic Envy. This is the first one for 2024. I did find these pegged. I was the first put in the store, first person, but magically there were no Porsches. Porsches were gone. So the entire case was there. All other 8 models were there. Just no Porsches. So rather interesting. And nothing else was touched. None of the other stuff was purchased or anything. There was boulevards, all kinds of other stuff. Just these 2 Porsches were gone. I thought it was kind of weird. So as soon as I get the other Porsche, I will do a video for these. I'll crack these open just for the sake of it. But I do want to let you guys know that I do have those. I just need that dang Porsche. Just need the dang Porsche. All right, we are going to crack open some other Hot Wheels, though. All right, we do have some new pop culture, which I finally got my hands on, which was also pegged. Gran Turismo 7, this is the Nissan Concept 2020 Vision Gran Turismo. Now, there are some guys out there that think this is a new casting. They think this is a new deal, but in fact it is not. It's actually a re-release. This is the original release of that casting, and it's only been done once. They just did this casting one time in the old school Bubble Premium Pack. This one's pretty cool. It's silver. Of course, it has the same wheels and stuff like that. It was from Gran Turismo 7. Or, I'm sorry, previous Gran Turismos, I'm sorry. This is the mix. So that was the whole entire mix at the time, which was a pretty good mix. It was pretty nice to see these in premium. Gran Turismo in Hot Wheels licensing was actually pretty rare at the time. So let's crack this guy open, our 2020 Vision. I can tell you it's significantly different than the original. Significantly. So we'll get that guy out of here. There is our 2020 Nissan, our Vision GT Concept. Looks pretty good. Got your prints there on the front. I like the lace wheels. Looks pretty good for the Real Riders. A little bit of print on there. It is a bluish silver. Gran Turismo there on the windshield banner. Some taillight print on it as well. Looks good. That wing is part of the casting. So it is not a separate piece, but it is printed up very, very nicely. Makes it look like it's a separate piece, which is pretty good detail. There is the base deets. Get this flipped around the correct way. There you go. 2015 Mattel. They've now used this casting in forever. Now, if you put these two up to each other, you can see the colors are nowhere near. The original one was flat out silver, just flat out silver, and then all the little black bits and stuff on it were matte finished. This new one is a bluish silver, which is significantly different than all of the black bits are gloss. They are significantly different between the two. So if you want to skip over that, I would highly suggest that you not, and definitely pick it up. All right, next one. This is also in that same mix. This is the Beatles. This is the newest Highway Hauler in orange. This is a brand new deco for this one. I could care less about the Beatles. Again, we're doing this for the diecast. I like trucks. Could care less about the Beatles. They mean nothing to me. But it looks good. Deco looks good. The details on the side look pretty good. It looks like it's a show ticket or something like that, which is pretty cool. think that's kind of unique. Print on it as usual, you know, just a premium version, nothing fancy. Does have the 3 axles, which is pretty nice. So you get lots of real riders in there. Prints look pretty good. Pretty standard. It is a generic truck. A little bit of print on there for the marker lights as well. Looks pretty decent. It's decent. Don't think this is going to fit. Of course it's not going to fit. Just put that guy right there at the bottom. Alright, the other one in this mix is the Batman, because originally everybody thought the Gran Turismo R34 piece car was going to be in there. That's actually going to be in the next mix, which is going to be a star-studded mix for sure. This is the original Batmobile, the very, very first Batmobile from the, I think, early 60s. I'm not exactly sure when the Batman was new back in the day. Doesn't say anything deets on the back or anything like that. But I did know, looking at it through the blister, it does say 1968 on the plate. So I don't know if that means it's from the 60s. I thought it was a little bit older than that, but I could be wrong. Prints on the dashboard in there looks really, really good. That is a hood ornament on there as well. Nice square headlights on there. I think that looks actually really, really cool in yellow. Red Steelies, super, super cool red Steelies on there. That's a super, super cool wheel that I think would be super useful to a lot of wheel swaps for sure. So at the very least, you could definitely scoop these up and drill them out. There you go, 1941 Batmobile. There you go. I knew it was much older than 1968, so that must just be the plate 019680. So 1941, that's crazy. Man, Batman is way, way older than I thought. But this is a super cool car. Super, super cool car. I would 100% rock that in real life. It's such a cool car. I like that one a lot. Really stoked about that one. Super cool. All right, another thing I got here. Yes, another brand. Another brand. I got this in a trade. My buddy Edson traded me a bunch of stuff, including this, plus a couple other cars and stuff like that. But this was the main big deal. This is a Skyline box set. This is for the Tomica 30th anniversary. It does have the R33 in there, which is the one I care about the most. But it also has the R34, the R32, and the R31, which is super, super cool. You don't see the R31 hardly ever. Even Hot Wheels has not done the R31, which is very, very interesting. There is the deets there. Of course, it says limited edition on the side of each one, which I think is super, super cool. It's a very, very cool model. It is sealed, so unfortunately can't take it out. The box is definitely beat up, but it is still sealed, which is a big deal. So that is super, super cool. Much, much older one. I don't know if this has a copyright date on it, but it is from the 30th anniversary. I'm sure that those of you who are ultra Tomica collector people, way more than I could ever imagine, can tell me exactly what year this is from for the 30th anniversary, which I think would be perfectly fine. All right, 2 more things to roll out with. Yes, a couple of monster trucks, because why not? We haven't had monster trucks in like a bazillion years, because I can't find nothing. These are pretty cool. These are from, I believe, the B-Case 2024. This is the Try to Crush Me. This is the trike. This is the second deco. The trike debuted last year. There is the mix on the back. Looks okay. It's not a great mix at all, but it's okay, I guess. Still looking for the Dodge van. I think the Dodge van is in the 3rd mix, potentially. So we'll get this out of here. Get the packaging out of here. This one happens to come with the sedan in orange, hard plastic. There is the Try and Stop Me. I do like the fact that it comes with the chain tread on there, which looks really cool. They run it through like a silver print, which I think is super cool. I just think that's a cool look to it. Steering, obviously, looks pretty good. The black you see here is metal, but the fairing and stuff is plastic, just like this fairing's plastic. And then, of course, there is the metal for the back of it. The handlebars are plastic. It turns ridiculous turn radius, which I think is super cool. So we'll throw that guy right there. And then the other one from this mix I didn't have is, of course, the dairy delivery. So I guess these are not from 2024. These are not from 2024, in case I didn't already mention that. They're from 2023, which pretty much sums up why I haven't found hardly any monster trucks. Because I thought these were new, and these are old. So I learned something new with you guys every day. There is the yellow off-road buggy. Again, these things are terrible. They're super waste. They're just in there for, you know, just to try to make it look fancy. So this one is done up like a ice cream cake, or just a birthday cake, or just dessert, however you want to look at it. I think it looks pretty cool though, but it is a new deco for the dairy delivery. Anytime we get new decos in monster trucks, that's always a good day. Super premium prints on these as well. This one is way more involved. That tried to stop me was just pretty simple. It didn't have anything but like the number 1 on there. The prints are good and stuff, but it's just super basic. So I'm going to throw that guy there. So there you go. That is Diecast Haul. That is episode 51. Like I said, we covered most brands. We got Greenlight, Hot Wheels, Matchbox. We got Tomica. We got M2, Muscle Machines. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. So let me know what you guys think about those. And like I said, as soon as I get the Porsche, you'll be seeing this. If you watch this video down the road, this video should hopefully be up for Exotic Envy at some point in time. But we'll see how it rolls. But anyways, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. LevelMDiecast saying, peace.